All right, so I was kicked out of my parking spot last night, my favorite parking spot. So I didn't get the knock. I woke up with a notice in the windshield, not just me, everyone around there, which is one of the things that was a problem because it was getting very busy. When I started sleeping there, it was like a year and a half ago after I got the knock at Home Depot. There was very few cars overnight, and I liked it. I like to have like a couple of camper vans and a couple of extra cars. It made me feel safe, and one of the reasons that I like sleeping at parking lots, you could just cover all the windows and just relax. And it was my gym parking lot, and it was very convenient. I really liked it there, but I would sleep in other places every once in a while. But for the most part, that was my safe space, my safe spot. Thankfully, a few months ago, I woke up in the middle of the night around 2 a.m. and I couldn't go back to sleep, so I decided to drive around and try to find other parking lots. Another thing with parking lots is that I do feel safe, even though people know that you're sleeping in your car. And when you find like a nice side street, people don't know. But you have to be more careful, and you have to leave the windows in the front without covering, and have to put like a black fabric here, so it's not as comfortable. And I really liked it there, but I knew it was going to happen. I knew that eventually we were going to be kicked out because there were so many vans lately, so many cars, that it was going to happen. So, and it's fine. I don't mind it that much, really, because I'm in this mood for change, and I thought, well, I think it's a good thing. So thankfully I do have some spots that I know I can spend the night, and I can rotate them, so it's all good. I wanted to give a shout out to Nomad Unknown, that she mentioned me in her last video because she removed her front seat just like me, and let's hope it works for her, because to me, I'm very happy with it. But the thing is that what's happening to her is that she get this chime in. Maybe she fixed it, I don't know, but I don't have the chime in from the airbag and the seatbelt, but I do have like the lights for both things. And I tried to fix it by putting one of these little devices. It's not working for me. The light is still on, so I'm not sure how am I supposed to fix it. Anyway, someone told me, Dave, he sent me an email. It was really nice of him, and he showed me the device that I needed to buy. That I already actually saw someone mention it, so I already had it on my way, and it worked for him, but it's not working for me. So if anybody else has any other idea on how this could work, because he was saying that if the light is on, that means that my airbag is not working either. So I don't know. As you can see, it's raining, and it's gonna be raining for the next week or so. So yeah, that's what's going on. Let's start the day. I don't think that the streets of San Diego are prepared for this much water. Everything is kind of like flooded. I mean, I don't mind the rain at all, but it's a little bit too much. Oh well, I'm gonna enjoy it. So I'm gonna be staying inside the library because I don't have to work today. And again, as I mentioned before, I don't have my safe parking spot anymore, and kind of sucks. But at the same time, I like the challenge because it's more real. Not knowing where you're gonna sleep, that's the life of a nomad. Okay, so in this vlog, I wanted to talk about what's coming next. I was finally able to pay the $10,000 I owed in credit card debt by living in my car. And as many of you know, that was not my main goal, but it was the most urgent one. So yes, I paid off my debt, and that main goal has been achieved. And now I've been feeling this sense of urgency, where I feel like this pressure to finally start living my dream life. So if you're new here and you don't know what my dream is, this is me. Hi, my name is Julieta, and I live in my car. I am an aspiring nomad artist, and my dream is to travel the world doing plein air and making art in a studio van. So I'm trying to get out of debt and save some money by living in my car. So if you are interested to see if I can make this dream happen, subscribe to my channel. And of course, I I didn't bring my umbrella. Why? Why? So this got totally wet. I'm gonna be using my umbrella. I've got like an hour until the library opens, so I've been feeling a little bit weird, a little bit aimless, a little bit overwhelmed, and that's kind of the reason that I haven't vlogged lately, because I kind of need to regroup my brain. I don't know, I guess that once you achieve a big goal, there's a temporary feeling of like emptiness. You kind of need to recalibrate your routine and your priorities. And I do have a long list of things that I want to do, and saving money is one of those things. It's just that would mean keep doing the same thing. Instead of like putting that money towards the credit card, you just put it in your savings account, right? But I'm kind of I have this urge to start changing things up. So in my last vlog, I did talk about two things that are very important, I think, to move forward. One is the important to stay calm in the middle of chaos and uncertainty, and also that the only way to actually find clarity is by taking action. You know, if you're lost in the middle of the woods, you just stay put and look around all confused. Nothing's gonna happen. You have to start walking. Again, I needed to take action, and I did. For those who follow me, you're gonna know how important this is to me, how significant it is. But I already booked 2 nights in a campground. To me, that's like taking a step forward, because I never camped by myself, and I know it's a campground that is very safe. It's a regional park. It's close to here. It's not a big deal, but I mean, to me it means a lot. I got a pop-up tent because my friend's tent, it was too complicated. It was too big. It was like for 5 people, kind of like an old tent that has a lot of components. So I didn't want to, it was very overwhelming. So I got a different type of tent, and it's not the most outdoorsy, like professional one, I think, but it's one of those that you can stand up. I'm gonna be testing it in my friend's backyard as soon as I can, because she's not here right now. So yes, that vlog is coming. I think that it's a good thing that I got kicked out of my favorite parking spot, because it's kind of pushing me towards change. I feel like there's no perfect moment to do certain things, that you just have to go and do it, and just in whatever happens. You figure it out later. I'm always feeling unprepared, because I'm always want to do research and anticipate every little thing, and that's not possible. So you have to just do the thing. So here I am moving forward. It's not easy to fight procrastination. One reason is because it's rooted in fear, things not going as we imagine. And the other thing, and this is very real for me, and it's like I always want to be in the mood, have the motivation, or just enjoy the thing that I want to do. Like, it happens to me a lot with painting and sketching. I just want to feel like in the mood for that. But sometimes you cannot do that. You have to do it anyway. That's discipline. You can't just wait for inspiration to come, for motivation to come. You have to just be disciplined. It's like I always want it to be fun, and sometimes it's not going to be fun. Sometimes it's just work. And this is something that you feel like it might not apply to you because you're not an artist, but I think it applies to everyone that are stuck because they have too many choices and you cannot make up your mind. So yeah, it could be anything. It could be any endeavor. If you're like an entrepreneur, you want to start a business, whatever it is, it applies. So here's another book recommendation, especially for artists. Whatever art is that you do, it could be a writer, even if it's a craft or a hobby, if you're self-employed or entrepreneur, and it's called The War of Art. Do you ever notice that you want to do something important, like start a new project, write, paint, or even just going to the gym, and there's this invisible things getting in the way? So that's what he calls resistance. And it's not laziness, and it's not even fear. It's like this sneaky force that shows up every single time you try to level up. All of a sudden, instead of doing the thing, you start cleaning your house, scrolling on your phone, came up with a great plan that it's gonna work tomorrow. So that's resistance. So, and he also says that the more resistance you're feeling, the more important it is the thing that you're trying to do, the more meaningful it is. It means that you're onto something. So what is the solution? It's to turn pro, to become a pro instead of an amateur. Even if you're not making any money, if you don't even know how to monetize this thing, you have to pretend that you are already a pro. You have to act like one. It means that you show up every single day. You stop waiting for inspiration and act like this is your actual job. You sit down and you do the work and you keep going. And this is when the magic happens, is that inspiration will actually all of a sudden will show up. And the way to win the game isn't by waiting for inspiration, it's by doing it anyway. So whatever your thing is, just don't wait to be ready. Show up every day, because that's the only way to beat this resistance. One small action at a time. All right, okay, so let's do lunch. So it's not raining anymore for now. It's gonna keep raining later and for the next few days. So also I made some changes. I removed the solar for now. I just didn't like how it was looking. I wanted to make it a little bit more neater, you know, a little more sleek, not so messy. So, and I also knew there was gonna be raining for like the whole week, so I wasn't gonna be able to charge my battery. The thing is, I got this from ICECO. They sent me this to pair up with my fridge, and you know how much I love my fridge. And this one, it's working great because I'm using this pack during the night, so my battery doesn't drain. So I don't like having to use my inverter all the time. That's why I got the solar. And when I was using the solar, I was not using the inverter that much, but when they sent me this, I was barely using it because I use this during the night, and when I come to the library, I recharge it. So I'm pretty happy. And another thing, something happened with the shipment. Amazon kind of messed up. I don't know, there was an issue with the address, so I ended up with two of these, with the solar, with this and that. I'm only gonna be using the inverter as a backup, emergency backup. Anyway, I just wanted to let you know about this. These are magnetic, so it just stick to the fridge. So here it is where the magnetic part is in this unit, because it's aluminum, so it's not magnetic, but this part it is. See, it's just stuck here. But I cannot put it there because I have my little basket here. But it's okay because I usually put it right on top of the other one over there. The other one is charging here in the back because I have another 12-volt outlet back there, because the one in the front is being used by the dash cam. So let's start cooking. So this is one of my favorite protein sources. This is straight from the inverter. So sometimes I use this so I don't drain the battery, because this one is from the battery, AC from the battery, and this one is AC straight from the inverter. Well, so I honestly didn't think that cooking in my car was something that I would end up enjoying this much. It's kind of my favorite part of the day now. Not having to drive to McDonald's or, for the burger patties or buy cold deli meat. Never forget this. I thought it would be such an inconvenience that I would actually hate it, but nope. It's not the perfect avocado. It has this little thing. I hate that, but it's fine. I love blue cheese. It's like my favorite cheese. And this one is like from raw cheese. It's supposed to be healthier. Highly recommend. Good dish. And it's not complicated to make. I'm so happy when I find something that I really like and it's also healthy. So I ended up going back to the library after my lunch. If I don't have to go to Target, I actually like to break up the day like this and go back to the library after my lunch and sit in one of these chairs, relax and work on my iPad on my commissions while I listen to a podcast or a YouTube video or sometimes an audiobook. It's been working great because it kind of helped me to decompress and relax. Oh, it's not raining anymore, but it's supposed to start raining like in an hour or so. So I don't know. I think that I'm gonna go grab some dinner, and I have leftover shrimp, so I might heat that up. And yeah, I might not have to go buy anything actually. Interesting. Let's heat up some dinner, and I'm gonna eat probably out of the bowl. There's not gonna be any wraps involved. Right, so I'm gonna be using a little bit of cheese. I'm gonna add a couple of eggs because I don't have that much shrimp left. This is the shrimps, they're cold. I'm sorry for not vlogging last week. I think it's been like 3 weeks since my last vlog. I wasn't in the mood, and I just don't want to wing it. And sometimes I feel so overwhelmed, and I feel like I'm not putting my whole heart in my vlogs. I decided to take some time off, but my plan is next year to go all in when it comes to vlogging, like four times a month, like every week. I think this is not for sure, but I might have to go to Argentina for the holidays. This was not planned, and I'm not sure I will, but there's a family issue that I need to attend to, and that's unfortunately gonna make me not being able to vlog a lot, at least until mid-January. But again, I am so focused on make my content creation and my art the main source of income, so I can detach from this area and from Target. That would be the dream. Hold on. And I'm even gonna use the spatula to eat this so I don't have to clean more. So to wrap it up, I think I'm doing some progress. I think that I'm moving forward. I feel like I'm moving forward, especially since I got the pop-up tent and I did the reservations, and I'm start to feel like it's gonna happen soon. Probably next year, because as I mentioned before, I am going to Argentina. Probably it's not 100%, but I probably will go. This is a family matters, because to me family is first. But when I come back, I'm gonna, Anyways, I wanted to thank you all for staying until the end. If you want to help my channel, I have a few links down below. I have a website with merch. I have an Etsy shop that I sell some watercolor prints and some commission work. I do have Buy Me a Coffee, a Venmo. But the best you can do is subscribe, comment, and like. See you in the next one. Bye.